Man, oh man, oh man, Phidarian Mathis. For the second straight year, Phidarian Mathis will not be available for the Washington Commanders at the start of the year. Last year, he tore his meniscus in the first game of the regular season versus the Jaguars, and now he is placed on injury reserve for the first 4 weeks of the season. Let's talk about it.
After 20 years, you know we back. No one Snyder, one McLaurin, one forward with the passion, you know we scoring. FedEx field back lit, no it is not boring. John Allen lead the troops, yeah you know we storming. Burgundy and gold in my veins, yeah I bleed that. St. Jude saw the ball, grab a pig, yeah I need that.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juangottibusiness here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about our defensive lineman, Phidarian Mathis, and how he is going to be hurt yet again and placed on short-term IR, and how fans have given up on him already. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel about the Washington Commanders or the NFL. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. I'm currently running a Terry McLaurin jersey giveaway. The only way to enter is to be a subscriber, and it's totally free. So you got a free chance to win a free jersey by subscribing to a free channel. You can't beat that. Let's get to it. So, Phidarian Mathis, man, second round draft pick from last year's draft. Wasn't a big fan of it. I hated the draft pick, and a lot of you were in the same fashion. It wasn't because we thought Phidarian Mathis couldn't play. It was more so because we felt as though we already had two established defensive tackles in front of him. And it's not that we didn't want defensive linemen behind those guys because we lost Tim Settle, we lost Mathis. We just felt that you drafted him way too early. Like, a second round pick is a guy that you expect to come in and make immediate impact. And Phidarian Mathis wasn't going to do that, even if he did stay healthy, because we have Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne. Nevertheless, he got hurt in the first week of the season versus the Jaguars, tore his meniscus out for the rest of the year. Okay, it's cool. Rookie season's a wash. Very unfortunate situation. Next year, he's going to be coming back ready to rock and roll. And I thought he was going to have a big year this year. You know what I'm saying? Because he was hungry. And not saying he's not hungry now, but he sustained yet another injury, and he will be out for the first 4 weeks of the season. And that's why earlier's video, I didn't see Tyler Lawson on the practice squad. Remember, he made the practice squad originally, but they activated him to the active roster and replaced him for Phidarian Mathis because he will be on short-term IR. And fans have already given up on him. And I feel like a few weeks ago I made a video on Phidarian Mathis and how fans are a little bit impatient and like they shouldn't give up on him already. He's only been here for 2 seasons. We're going into his second year, and he had a really major injury that you really can't control injuries. Like I'm not frustrated with Phidarian Mathis like the person, because it's not like he's purposely getting hurt. He can't control it, but I'm frustrated that we spent the draft capital on him and he's getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Again, injuries out of your control, but still, you would like to be healthy. And he's not available for us. And I firmly believe this. If Ron Rivera and Mark Mayhew and all those guys that's in charge of the draft could redo the draft again, they would not take Phidarian Mathis in the second round. Again, I was on board with drafting backup D tackles, but just not in the second round. And I feel like him being hurt and him not being available is making them really regret drafting him that high. So it sucks for him and for the fans that are giving up on him or already have gave up on him. At first, like a couple weeks ago, I'm like, it's still too early, and yeah, it probably still is too early to give up on him. But man, how can you not be frustrated right now? And for the fans that have completely given up on him, I'm not mad at you anymore. Like, I wasn't mad at you at first. Like, I kind of felt like I understood where you was coming from, but I was just like, it's still too early. But now it's kind of like, man, come on, Phil. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't want to feel like I'm directly attacking him as a person, because he can't control injuries. It's just, as a team, as a player, we need you, man. Your best ability is availability, and he has not been there for his first 2 years. Out all of last year, and now he's gonna be out for the first 4 weeks of the season. And then when he was in a boot, they kind of was not talking about him as much, so it was kind of like, all right, maybe it's not that serious. But now that he was in a boot and now that he's going to be out for the first 4 weeks of the season, it definitely was way more serious than what it was led on to be at first. Good thing we got some depth guys. You know, John Ridgeway. Obviously, there's a guy that I take a liking to, and a lot of you all have also taken a liking to. Don't be surprised if we get to a point where some packages you got Casey Tuhill playing D tackle, because he can do that. Or don't be surprised if we call up Benning Potea, or I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Benning, who can come in and really be that run stuffer. Be that run stuffer, that big body that we kind of need. And I don't expect that to be happening, and maybe until like we get closer to week 1, because they already pulled up Tyler Lawson. Maybe they take somebody else off once we get closer to week 1, and maybe bring up Benning. Or they may just rock out with those guys. Because that being Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne, they're probably playing like 90% of the snaps. So how much action are these backups going to get? Probably not that much, unless we continue with this 5-2 front. You know what I'm saying? With 5 defensive linemen, and then in that case, I definitely think you're going to see more of Casey Tuhill inside, or you may call up Benning, or you may roll with somebody else, right? I feel like they need to kind of get away from this 5-2 front, because it has not been that successful. I think our first year was 2020 with Jack Del Rio, and we ran a 4-3 defense, if I can remember correctly, and we were good. Why did we ever go away from that? So that being said, man, I just want to come on here quickly to talk about that. Very, very frustrating as a fan and as a person that want to see this team succeed. But like, again, how mad can you be at him? Because as a person, because like he can't control what happens, but at the same time it's like, dang, Phil, you know what I'm saying? We need you, bruh. We need you. You know what I'm saying? He had a good offseason working out with Deron Payne. So I'm like, oh yeah, he hungry. He coming off of a torn meniscus, missed the whole entire season last year. He gonna want it back. And now you're not gonna be out there for the first 4 weeks of the season. First month of the season, and that's huge, because you look at it. We got Arizona week 1, cool. We gonna dog. You got Denver week 1, week 2. The running game, not really. I'm not scared of their running game, but they can get busy a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? Like Javonte Williams will be back and stuff like that. Then week 3, you got the Bills, James Cook. And all the backs that they have there. And then in week 4, you got Philly. What Philly got what's my name? DeAndre Swift, Kendall Gainwell. Like they got a lot of people, and we need all the bodies we can. So it's gonna be tough without them a little bit, because Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen's already gonna play majority of the snaps, but now they like kind of have to, because they don't have nobody that can really back them up at the current moment. And like I said, you can call up Benning. You can roll with John Ridgeway and some other guys that need to step up. But at the end of the day, I fully understand the fans that have completely given up on Phidarian Mathis at this moment, because he can't stay healthy. And I know Ron Rivera and Mark Mayhew and all those guys are kind of kicking themselves for drafting them in the second round. And I knew it was a reason why I did not like this pick, because I was like, why are you doing that? Because at the moment, no, you didn't have Deron Payne on the contract, but you knew you liked him. You knew at some point, you knew that he could have potentially had the season he had last year. You had to know that. And he was going to get re-signed here. You know what I'm saying? So after you re-signed Deron Payne, that just made me scratch my head more on the pick, and like, why would you do it? So kind of wasted a second round pick, man. And you can't get that back. Imagine what that second round pick could have been for us. But with that being said, wanted to come ahead and report that the Washington Commanders defensive tackle, Phidarian Mathis, is now on short-term IR. He's going to be out for the first 4 weeks of the season after missing all of last year with the torn meniscus. Not off to a good start for his young career, but Tyler Lawson is now going to be on the active roster, extra body on that offensive line and center. So that is that. Let me know what you guys thought about this video in the comment section down below. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Running a Terry McLaurin jersey giveaway. All you got to do to enter the giveaway is be a subscriber to the channel, and it's totally free. So you have a free chance to win a free jersey by subscribing to a free YouTube channel. We're 140 subscribers away. Let's get to it in no time. See y'all later. Have a good night. Peace.